giving. Next to you is a crib scene, which obviously depicts the family of Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus in the stable. And I was pondering whether or not we could think about anything in their relationship that could be helpful for you as you begin your relationship. And there's a lot in the relationship of Mary and Joseph, actually, which is perhaps worth pondering on for a few moments at Christmas time as you begin a new relationship. Because their relationship began on rocky ground. Pretty difficult, isn't it, chaps, to come home and find that the person you're going to marry is pregnant. And then she says, actually, it's with the Son of God, sort of thing, the Holy Spirit. Now, I don't know if anybody would actually believe that, but that's actually what happened. And it was a real struggle for weeks and for months as Joseph tried to come to terms with the conflict of loving Mary in the way that he did, but with what was happening to her and what had happened to them as a result of her becoming pregnant and what the future might be for them. But they battled through it and they became a whole family at the end of it. So there's a number of important factors, I think, that's worth bearing in mind for the beginning of a long-term relationship. The first thing is, in the Mary and Joseph story, is try not to make too quick a judgment on what the other person is doing or why they've done what they've done. Sometimes it takes time for what the other person has done to actually fully impact on you, the partner. So when Katie does something, David, and you're not quite sure, what on earth is she getting up to? What is this all going on about? Always remember that your first port of call is actually you do love her. And because you love her, you're prepared to stick with the uncertainty and the doubt of some of the decisions that she may or may not make, or some of the things she may or may not do. I don't think you're getting away with it there, because it works both ways. Because when you do something, Katie's got to do the same with you. Love's first port of call is, I am prepared not to abandon you when it gets uncomfortable for me. I think that's one of the most important lessons we learn in the Mary Joseph story. That just because your relationship is going through an uncomfortable period does not mean you contemplate the separation, but rather you contemplate how can you stay together. And that's what they were doing, I think, in that whole process. I think the other thing that it teaches us is that Joseph was prepared to begin again. So when things do go wrong, he was prepared to say, fine, I can't alter the past, but I can deal with the present. And I'm prepared